So when we talk about for loops, let's make it a markdown cell. First of all, we discuss the for loop. Before for loop, we need to understand what is range. There is a function called range, and if you give a value to it, say 10 for now, you will see that it is giving me a range of 0 to 10. In range, what it is doing, it is starting from 0 and going till the 10. 10 is not really 10, it is n minus 1 actually. So if I give you a simple example, let's create a list function. Inside this list, I'm giving a range that is 10 and running this. Once I run this, as you can see, it is starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till the 9. Moving forward on this, when I write a for loop, the syntax of for loop is like this. I will write for variable. Now this can be anything in say range 10. As we have already seen that the range 10 will be converted to this list. So you can give this list as in this place, or you can write range 10. Both are the same things. What I'm doing next, I'm just putting a colon, pressing enter. I will get an indentation. I will write whatever I want to write. So it can be anything. Say I'm writing hello index, and say my index is variable for now. Running this, I'm getting and hello index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. So as you can see, with this for loop, I can iterate to this particular list again and again. This is how iteration goes on inside a for loop. If I talk about for loop again, let me pick this, put it here. Now in range function, what you can do, you can also decide the initial value. So if I go back to the range function and say I want to do a practical on this, okay, let me put it here, run this, let me put it again here. What I'm doing, I'm giving a starting value. Say I want to start with 2 till 10, and when I run this, I will see that I will start from 2 then till 10. In case you want to give a step, all you need to do, give 2, whatever step you want to take. Say I want to take step of 3 and run this, you will get that step. So you can say 2, then 5, then directly 3. After 3, it is getting out of the range, so it is not printing the next value. So this is how you can use the range function too. So now applying these methods, you can also do this the same scenario in the for loop. So what I will do, I will start from 2, say 3, comma, printing the index now. If I copy this again, I want to give a step here. A step of 3, say give a step of 2, it will be better visible. So 3, 5, 7, and 9. So you can see we're taking a step of 2 here. So I hope it is clearing your logic of for loop and range. For loop can also be iterated to a list. So if I have a list, say list has a, let me make it simpler, list of A, B, C, D, E. Okay, writing for I in L, print I for me. You will see that we will get A, B, C, D, E. If I take the same for loop again and write length of it, I will get it is not iterable. So guys, when you give length, it will not give you the output like this. What you can do, put a range auto on it. Now understand why we are doing this. L length will give you a number. Now let me put a cell above it. It is more clear. So if I check the length of L, so len L, if I run this, you will see that it will give me 5. If you give 5 inside at this place, it will be replaced by 5, and 5 is a single digit number. It is not an iterable, and for loop only take iterable here. So to give a length, what you can do, you can give range, length, and like this. So this will work for you. So if you get the idea how to use the iterable and how to run or for loop through iterables. Now iterables means basically container the register that we have discussed before. It is quite same. So let's pause it and move towards the while loop. So I will make a markdown cell. I will write while loop here. What I want to do, I want to use while, give a condition here, quotation, colon basically, and print, say hello, just a hello, hello. So I'm saying any condition. So say I have a condition that 10 is greater than 5, 6, whatever the value is, I will run it. It will keep printing forever. Now, if you want to break this, again, as you have seen that it is printing forever. While loop has a condition that if you do not give any way to break it, the condition to get false, it will keep running forever. It will keep running forever and ever. To stop this, what you can use break. In this case, it will run for on a single time. What else you can do? Now guys, thing to understand here that we are getting true by default here. So it is for true forever. And that is the reason it is running forever. Now to mimic the same thing, what you can do, there you have two options here. You can use a count. And this count will have some initial value. You will check while COU and T count is say smaller than 10, suppose. Okay. Print high. Okay. I'm also printing count just to get the idea what is inside the count at the moment. What I'm doing next is I will write count count plus equals to 1. Now this equation is exactly equals to count count equals to count plus 1. It is same. What I'm doing, I'm running this. You can see I'm getting high 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 to 9. This is how count really works. Now what you can do, if in case you want to write something this like this, you want to use something like this, what you can do, you can use the same strategy. You can write this part as it is. Okay. What next you can do, if count is smaller than 10, then break. And at this point, what you can do, give true forever. Now, in this case of scenario, what will happen? It will keep running and it will break the moment it is smaller than this. Right now, I think it has not run again and again. Let me check that part too. So while if condition count is smaller than 10, it is smaller than 10, I have to make it capital than 10. Okay. And it is running forever. Now, if it is not breaking, that means I have not used the count. What I will do, I will pause it, add a count here, plus equals to 1. Run it again, it should work this time. Okay, perfect. So the only thing that I was missing in the code is count plus equals to 1. So knowing that if you're not giving this, it will run forever. And again, while loop can create a huge issue if it is not, you are not able to interrupt in between. Usually you can do this by this, but again, don't take that kind of risks. Always try to write a decent code. You have to be sure that you are executing the break somewhere at some point. Okay. So this is for the particular while loop. Let's move forward. So now let us do an exercise for while loop. What I will do, Let me make it a little bigger so it is visible at least. Okay, perfect. What I will do, I will try to take some input. So take input from user and ask if he wants to quit. If yes, just print all the input. I think quite straightforward, simple. So I think it will make sense when I write the code even more. Just making it a comment kind of thing. Make it a mono cell, adding few cells below it. Let me run this. What I will do, I will take a variable. This is my variable, and obviously I want to take some input. So I will take an input. Now it is not given what kind of input I'm going to take. So just will I will write here these provide your input. I think that will work. So this is how you will take the input. If I break it into pieces, next what I will have to do, I will have to append it somewhere. So if I want to do that, in that case, I will have to take a list kind of thing. What I will do, I will take list, say L is my list here, creating an empty list. Okay. After this, what I will do next, I will definitely want to do the appending part. So L dot append my variable in it. Okay. Once if before if, let's take one more input. That is choice. In this choice, I will ask input wants to continue, yes or no. I'm not taking the condition here that someone will give some other input that is apart from small y or small n. Someone can give me a capital N, capital Y or anything like that. I'm not taking that kind of condition. It will grow the code too much, and I want to make it simple code. To keep it simple, I'm just taking small y and small n. In this case, I'm taking input small n and small y. If my choice, so say choice is equals to say y, then I believe I don't want to do anything. So let it be n. If the choice became n, just in case it becomes n, I want to break. And I think this should do. Now, if I'm writing break here, that means I'm writing inside in a loop. So after the list initialization, obviously, I will write a loop. Let me make it like this. This should do. Then enter while it's true. Quotation and we are done. Let's give some input. Right now, if I want to continue, yes. Say I want to give G now. If you want to continue, yes. Give 2 now. If you want to continue, no. I'm done with it. So I think it is perfectly working. All I need to do is at the end, I need to, when the break is done, I want to print my L. That should do. Again, I want to also give some space here because it is too much, right next to it that I don't want. What else I can improve here? I think it is quite okay for now. I think we are doing a very simple code right now. So 4, you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue. T, I want to continue. Yes, I want to continue. Say 2, I want to continue. No, I'm done with it. So I want to get the printout. So this is my printout. This is my 4T2. I think I've got the idea. Just you can also print here that your output is this and this. So you can also you can say polish the output. Again, guys, this is a raw code. You get the idea now. What you can do, what you need to do, is improve it to the next level. That is what you need to do now. So while for loop and for while loop with if condition, I think you have clear idea what they really do. So this is my while loop with if condition, and simple while loop you already know. Just to give you an example of simple while loop, if I want to give you a simple example, it is this: while whatever condition you want to give, so c is greater than say 10, and say c is equals to 1 here, and what I'm doing, I'm putting colon and c greater than equals to 1, okay, and print I, put it in quotation, run it. If I print, I think, okay, I have not until it is, oh sorry, my bad, this smaller than, run it, and you'll get this kind of output. So this is quite simple, straightforward while loop, which will check the condition. If it's true, it will simply break it. The only thing you need to mind, you have to make sure that condition will get false somewhere, otherwise it will keep running and it will never stop, which is not something you want. It can create a lot of issue while running a very big code. To make sure that you mind this. Apart from this, all is good. I think you got the idea what is while loop and what is do while. Do while I'm saying because it is mimicking do while only. This if while condition is if condition is basically we mimic the do while in C++ and C, and it is a mimic only, but in Python we call it while with if condition. So I hope you get the idea. And next, let's discuss about the functions. So let's make it a Markdown cell, right? Functions. And after function, we will combine everything in the single video. So what we will do, we will cover functions and classes and all those things. And once we are done up to a decent level or a certain level, what my aim is, I will simply add everything with exercise and questions so we can get a clear idea what to do, what not to do. So let's start with the function part. So function is basically you define def. And in def, what I'm going to write, I will write some function name. So whatever the name you're going to give, that is the name. And this is my function basically. And I'm putting colons here. And now I have some syntax that you can change here. I have some syntax that you can add to that we'll discuss later. I'm just giving a very simple code here, writing print, say hi, say hello for now, and running this, calling the name function. And the moment you call the variable this particular name, with a parenthesis followed by it, it will simply print the print statement that you have inside the function. Now it is quite straightforward and very simple function. All you need to do, we have to give the name and all those things. If you define a function, say I want to add a say a particular value. So say value add is my name. So I'm writing value add is my function name. I will take a variable and whatever the value is given to me, I will simply print a plus 3. Now I'm adding 3 to it, or I hope you understand that if you're adding 3 to it, we have to mind that we are giving an integer value. So if you say value add and we are defining inside this is 3, say 4 for now. So it will just print that value as 7. In case you give say val tab and you give a string, say character, in this case you will see that error is coming. So you cannot pass in string, only integers are allowed. In this scenario, what you can do, you can create this function again in a way that you can check, or rather than check, what you can do, you can make it multiplication. You can multiply here. Okay. Now, if you run it and say same scenario, value multiply, passing hello space, you will see it will multiply And if you pass a number here, it will do the same thing again, because multiplication can work in both the cases. So if I pass a number here, say 5, it will give me that output. So in both cases it will work. Single function using two ways. Now there is a oops terminology for this kind of stuff, but we will discuss that later. So let's move a little further. So we can use function like this. You can also have multiple values. Now there is something that is called return. So as you have seen, we have some values here. If I check the return type, so if I create a variable return value and writing the same stuff again, passing say 15, it will print the output 45 because here we are calling a function here. But if you check the return, you will see that it has nothing. If you check the type, you will see it's none type because we are not returning anything right now. So what you need to do, same function. So let's define another function for now. Let's create a function. Let's do an exercise for return statement. I'm defining a function, say as add. I will take two variables. I can take as many variables as I want to. I'm taking two right now. What I'm doing, I'm returning a plus b. I've created a function. Now what will happen when you call this function, say as underscore add, passing 2,3, you will see 5 as an output. What else you can do if you take it in a variable? So see, I have a variable, putting the values. You will see that I'm getting this value in set value. So if we are not returning something from a function, it will be returning the null type. So all you need to do, you have to mention the return, and whatever you value you want to pass, you can return that. Never make a mistake of returning a print function. That is something that you would want to do. Suppose I'm using the same function. See, never return print. So let me give an example. I'm returning this. What I'm doing, I'm just printing these two. What I will do, I will do the parenthesis, print, run it, and you will notice when I create a var, let me take a new variable for now and as underscore add, pass 5,6. This is what I'm getting as written. But if I check return var double r, it will print me nothing. If I check the type of var, you will see it's in runtime. Because I'm using a print function, print is already a function and print is returning nothing. So when I return the print function, it replaces the print function value to the none, that's return type. So return is here, none type is here. So none is there and none is going back to the variable. So that is why I'm getting a none type. So you get the idea here. So let's do an exercise here. What I'm doing, say I want to create a function. So create a function that return even and odd check. So I hope you get the idea. We will check for even and odd values, and let me increase these. Let me get a markdown cell, run it, and let's start with it. So what I will do, I will create a function. and obviously we'll name it check or put in the parenthesis. Obviously I have to check, so I have to get some value, and if a mod divided by 2 is equal to 0, return say just even for now, doesn't matter. I'll just use else here because we don't have any other condition. So I'm returning by else is or running it. I hope it will work. I'm not checked it yet. Let's try and value checking for even 34 even 51. Odd. Okay, so it is working perfectly. So this small code to check the even and odd. Now what you can do, the next table you can say for the next level, what you can do, you can also take the input from the user. What I will do, if I want to create a project, I will want to create a project that keep asking again. You can markdown cell, next level. Now make the same code till quits and keep checking. Okay, run this. Let's make the code. So if I have to run it forever, say till the user says no, I don't want to continue kind of thing. Again, guys, I hope it is quite clear that we have to use a while loop. Whenever we want to run like that, where we don't know where to end, we will use a while loop. It is true now; it will run forever. Now again, I have already created the code, so let me copy and paste for now. This is my code. Now, if if I want to, again, if I'm checking in the while loop and all those things, what I will do, I will also check again if it is even and odd. That is something that I'm checking. Next, I have to put this value inside the function, but I have to take an input too. So if I want to take the input, so say the number. So a is the variable here. So I'm taking a only, a input, enter number, check. Okay. And what I'm doing here, I'm just asking the user to enter the number here, and he will give some kind of input. And guys, this time I want to be sure that it is an integer. Definitely, if it is giving an input, even if it is a number, it will not be a number. It will be a string. So I'm taking it to an integer. Why I'm saying this is, if you take an example of input, okay, I'm taking some sort of input, putting it to a variable that is a for now. Let's make it double a. And if I check the type of double a, okay, you will be surprised that if I give even a number, you will get a string. So it is by default taking everything as a string only. That is why I'm making it explicitly as integer. Don't want to make that mistake that it is a string and it is comparing it, then it will give me an error. Again, I don't want that kind of error. Again, there is a catch to this too, that if you give a string, it will give you an error. So again, means that means, guys, if you're giving us say ABC kind of string, it will by default give you an error, which you don't want. But again, we are not going that deep. We are assuming it will be a number only that is given to us by an user. So we can use several codes before and after to make sure that the input is always a number. But that is a different chapter right now. If we are going straightforward and simple, that is why we are taking the input, making it integer, It will check if the a mod is 0, then return even, otherwise odd. I think we are done up to this point. Okay, let's run it and check it. Return is also the function. Obviously, we have to create a function first. So won't be able to run it without this. Let me create a function then. One space was more than enough. Enter. Again, define check function where I'm not taking any input. We don't need an input right now. I'm just running it. The syntax I have to use here. See, check for me something. So run the function. It will ask me here. So wherever I'm calling it, this function is now. We'll be checking the taking the input and checking the values. Okay. So giving 4, it will check it's even. Now it didn't continue. It break in between. So what did I miss? While true, it is taking the input. That part is correct. So I want to take the input. This is taking 2. Now it should not be breaking. It should have been running forever. That is something I'm missing. So I need to check that. Let me make it one more thing. Again, I have you missed very important part here. It should be Aleph and F, and if it is done, this part is done. It should be also checking the you can say the next part. Again, guys, the moment you return a value, it came out of the function. It comes out of the while loop. So the moment you use return, it breaks. It completely breaks. Now you cannot really use return inside this. That is something I have to change. One thing is captured that yeah, I'm using a return. That is why it is not going forever. One thing that I missed before was I should also check a condition getting false and yes. So I have to ask a question if you want to continue or not. The way I have done it before. If I show you the example here, if you want to continue or not, this is my choice, and this particular body I have to use it again. So I'm just copying it and using it again. So let's get back to the bottom. So again, we have captured two things, that we have to use this particular block that we have copy and pasted from above, that we have to check the input, and again if the user says okay this and that, so we have to cover it that way. So again, this will be running. That is one part. Now return has to be gone from here, so let me make it say r equals to odd and r equals to even. Now it is good. Now it will check this or this. User will be asked if you want to continue or not. If not, it will break. I think it is perfect right now. And if it breaks before breaking, I think it should give the value. So let me print it right. Instead of returning, let me print it. Print R. Okay, that will do. Again, we can do the printing part inside it. We can do printing part outside it. We could have done the printing here too, so that is also okay. I'm just going dynamically and just want to do it and the way I want to do. There are a number of ways to do the same thing, so I hope you understand that part. So again, checking it if you want to continue or not. He is asking this now. Yes, I want to continue. Check 6. Okay, it's even. He wants to check if I want to continue now. 9. Okay, it is an odd. Yes, I want to check again. Is 7 odd? Okay, no, I don't want to continue anymore. So I think you got the idea. So just before we doing few tweeting here and there, we get the idea of what to do. This is my function. This is my while loop and function. We have added all the things now. Function, while loop, if condition, else condition, and we are doing combining all of it in a single code. Few lines of code, but very good code, guys. Again, one more thing that you need to mind: whenever you are working on a project, please try to make it as simple as possible, so you get the clear gist of it and clear idea of it. So I hope you get the idea. So let's pause here and try the code, try the function, and let me know if you have any issue later. Again, make sure that you are trying it in different ways, because I just do it in a raw way on a life pattern, but it could have been done in a far better way. So try the best way possible to do this code. I hope you get the idea. So let's pause and try it, and after trying it, come back and we'll continue. Let's name it project only. That is more than enough. Project all means that we will combine all the skills that we have acquired up to this place, and we'll combine the skills and get the job done. Now the project is that create a calculator that will do add, multiply, and divide. But all above in a dynamic way. That is, I want to create a calculator where you ask a user for value input, also the choice, and choice will be like is to choose that which value he wants to, which what kind of input, what kind of, you can say, work he wants to do it. So let's take the choice. So say what user want to do: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Whatever the choice is, as per the choice, we will do the things. So also the choice is taken from user, that which operation to perform. Okay, and ask user if he/she wants to continue. I hope you get the picture here. So this is your question, and let me make it proper. These are no issues. Still okay. So you got the idea, I hope. So you need to create a calculator which will do this operation. You will have to do it. Now, guys, again, if you want to create a calculator, the first step should be that you will divide the project into several parts. Now, again, we have to create a function. That is already clear that we have to create a calculator function. Cal is enough name, so I will use cal c, and we have used a calculator. Now we will create a calculator which will do the functionality of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Now this will be done to a particular number. So we'll take some user input. We will take, say, input 1 and input 2. So say the number 1 and num 2 will be there. Okay, that is quite clear. Once we take the input, we also need to take the choice. Okay, operation choice, that is. So operation OP choice. Okay, once we take the operation choice, we also need to ask the user if he wants to continue. That will be after the process, obviously. So once we do the process, so let me just give some body here. That will be, some condition statement, all those will be there. Then at the end, I will ask the user if he wants to continue. So it will be like choice. Okay, if he wants to continue or not, that is if choic choice is equals to, say, again, why, guys, I'm taking the same stuff, and I will ask if he wants to quit in this case, and if the choice is yes, then I will simply quit. So I will break it. So just giving a rough idea here. This will be my body. Now I think I have a raw idea what I need to do. I have a raw body here. So now what you can do in two ways too, guys. You can divide it all the functions in simple modules. You can create 4 functions and then create a while loop And in this while loop you can call these function. That is also a way of doing it. I'm just creating a single function. That is my choice. Now it is on you how you want to proceed on this. If we are done with this step, now we need to think of a way to check and do the functionality. So if say op choice underscore ch equals to, now I have to give a way to choose a particular number, or you can choose a character or name, something like that. So I believe better idea is to create a dictionary here. Okay, I will create a dictionary here. What I will do, I will give a key. So for say one for addition, something like that, I believe. One for addition, say two for multiplication. Okay, choose three for division, and say four for, if I'm choosing four, I will be choosing subtraction. Okay, so these are my choice, and as per the choice, I will simply say ask user what he wants to do. So what I can do, print D, quite straightforward, and in the input, so I just want to write enter your choice. Again, guys, I'm just writing the rough code right now. I have to input this. So choice, and I will give some space here. Again, the user will enter something numerical, so I have also need to make it a numerical input. So that is integer kind of input. And if I will check if it is one, just simply, you know, if you want to return, you can return. If you want to print, you can print too. So again, guys, we also want to make it a while loop. That is also a requirement here. So all this body will simply, shift a tab. Okay, you press while, make it while true, obviously. This will keep running. I believe that should be perfect strategy. Now we have a while loop. We are running it permanently. Now what we are going to do, we have a while loop which will run. We have a choice that will break it. So we know where to break it. If until we choice choose to yes, it will keep breaking. Okay, so that part is clear. Now we are checking if condition, if it is true. So it's one. What I will do, I will simply print simple, addition, that is of the two values. So num1 will add to num2. Okay, that is your output, and you can write, you know simple syntax that addition of given input is equals to this. I think that should do a pretty decent line. Let's copy and paste this to save some time here. We're killing a lot of time right now. So let's put it like this, then we can use it elif. Again, if you want to choose or put another condition, we want to apply another condition, we use elif for that, and we will choose another condition, that is 2 in this case. We will choose multiplication. So we will write multiplication. Okay, don't worry about the spelling, just copy and paste. I can correct that later. Let me create the raw body first. Going back, putting it, going back and putting it again. So next choice will be 3. I believe it will be 3. Now this time we do division. So division. And then it will be 4. This time it will be subtraction, and it should do. Now guys, I have pretty decent code where I'm just checking the condition again and again, and doing something. Just in case something else come, I will simply print, input is wrong or something like that, just in case. So I will at least know that nothing is going in the right direction. Nothing is not even single condition getting executed. So at least I know that. In case someone gives five or something like that, that is also the case. In that case of scenario, we'll get again, guys. Same scenario will be there that if someone is giving us string as an input, that will generate an error. So that you have to mind that user will give only numbers. That will only be handled by an error handling, or you can do a little bit of coding there to make sure that input is only a number. So n number of things are there, but right now we are going straight forward. We don't want to make it more complex. It is already complex enough for someone who's doing for the first time. So guys, I think we have the dictionary, we have this. I think we have the choice. Now we also need to write a code for choice. So choice is quite straightforward. Same line, input, and you will choose if you want quit. Okay, and give the choice in yes slash no. Make it small so I don't have any confusion there. Yes and no, small. All right. And asking this input, I think it should do. If the choice is yes, in that case, I will straightforward go back and do. Let me also do this. One more line. I think I'm good to go right now. Let's run it for once time. Let's see if it is running properly. If there's an error, I will execute that. No error. That is okay. And let's check if it is working then. I don't see any error right now. So giving some error now. Num is not defined. Let me check where is num1. Okay, we have not taken the input. That is also missing. So input, it will be an guys integer only. So that is also need to mind. So input will be int, enter your first number, and give some space there for good looking all those things. Just copying this. Same lines for line 2. There is no difference basically. What I need to do, I need to just make it second so it look decent. Okay, I have number 1, number 2. It should work this time. So I'm giving say 3. I'm giving say 6. What you want to do? These are my choices. So if I go with the choice, say just want to multiply for now. It is giving me the multiplication 6, 4. I'm not seeing a multiplication here because I'm adding everything. I believe. Let me choose y for now. I'm seeing a I choose multiplication here, and it should be not 6 4 24. I think it is not doing what I want because I have not changed the symbols here. So again, you do the hit and trial, you correct the things. So let's correct that part. If you already corrected it, spotted it, that's really good. Let's do the subtraction here. That should do, guys. Again, you can also add mod and flat division, float division kind of thing. So you can do a number of things. So it's on you how smartly you want to run this code. This is a raw code. You can do it in a number of ways. Now, guys, what I'm doing, I'm just 4 and 6. Again, the same input. This time the output should be changing. Enter your choice. Okay, I want to say second. Again, I want to multiply. This time it is going to be a correct answer. So you want to continue? Yes, I want to continue and say I'm giving 100. I want to add 200. I want to do addition. Addition is at worst and get 30. Perfect. I think this code is running perfectly. Now, guys, the presentation could have been a far better thing. So you could have printed a line or something like that every time it is working, and it could have been a very very decent code too. You can add some space there too, which is I believe really required at this moment. Okay, so you can definitely put some space and all those things, and you can also add it here. So slash and you know comma something like that, and it will simply put some space there for you. For now, so just adding just divide this time. I believe something new should be happening. I'm getting a decent space now. I think that is perfect for now. I think you got the idea. So this is how you create a project. Creating a calculator. Strongly recommend, guys. Again, I think after seeing this code, don't go and back again and see the code again. You get the idea. You try to create this code from the scratch. Even if you have some other way of doing it, you can try that. No requirement to copy and paste the same thing or same idea. What you can do, you can go from the scratch, start with something new in a very different way, in a very different flavor, and then makes a code which is even better than this. This is the raw code. I had no plan for coding, so I just started the coding. I finished it in the first way that I could done it. So this is my first thought. Okay, if I get a chance to do this coding second time, where I have some time, I would have done it far better way. So you should try that far better way, not this way. You got the basic idea now. Try it in the next level thing. Okay, so I hope you get the idea. So first, before this, try the simple project. Once you're done with the simple project, then try the main project. Okay, that is how I want you to do. If any doubt, break the code in simple pieces. Do the while loop first. Do the if conditions, then make it run it in different cells. Okay, all the condition when it is working, all the different cells are working properly. Integrate them inside a single function in a while loop, and you can run it forever. So I hope you get the idea here. Now, few things that you can add here, the choices part. You can also make numbers here. Like I have given numbers here, you can create a dictionary, second dictionary, or you can take the uh, exit part here only. So you can give option fifth and sixth, or you can say option fifth if you want to quit. And someone who wants to quit, he can choose to quit. All you need to do after that, if you have to, if someone is quitting, you have to put this if condition right above this if condition. In that case, he can simply quit. So by this line, after this line, it will check if it is fifth. If the choice is five, the code will break. Quite straightforward. There are a number of ways. So think, get some thought, take some time, and process this. You will get the idea. So I hope you like the code. I hope you like the project, and please try it. And let's see how good coding you can do, and not the copy paste part, but from the scratch part by yourself. Let's see how well you can complete the code, and then come and compare it and see how it will do. I hope you like the video. Thank you, guys.